Hi, everybody. Good morning.
We at Toastmasters community refrain from speaking about sex, religion, and politics as they are considered sensitive. Kindly handle the sensitivity if you are speaking on it. Generally, refrain from talking about it. And important rules in the online meeting are please make sure you are muted all through the time unless you are the one that's speaking. Also, we all encourage you to switch on your video camera and support all the speakers and make sure you are participating actively throughout. And yes, so when you are speaking, make sure you are unmuting yourself and make sure you have done a proper AV check before you are starting. And without further ado, um, I'll pass on the mic to the presiding officer, who is an active member of Speaker Squad Toastmasters Club and the current VP Education, none other than Toastmasters Seshadri. Thank you, everyone. And today, it's due to some activities and other commitments. Toastmaster Ramesh has mentioned that he will be joining later into the meeting, where we can have who is the president currently, and yeah, he wanted to be the presiding officer, but he mentioned that he would again participate much later into the meeting, but I allow him that for that. So yeah, I welcome you all again. And we have some important announcements. We have area contest for the table topics and the evaluation contest on the next week, November 17th. And we have two members from our club representing for each of uh, the table topics and the evaluation, which was Richard and Richa. Unfortunately, Richard will be unable to participate, and only distinguished Toastmaster Richa will be representing Speaker Squad for both the table topics contest and evaluation contest at the area F1 contest that's happening November 17th. Other than that, there is an opening, or we require volunteers at the area level contest for MCs and various positions. If you are interested to take part in it, make an active participation along with making a good contribution towards the area, please do reach out to me or to Toastmaster Ramesh. We would love to have you in person, and it is completely an in-person meeting as well, an in-person contest. So please do reach out to me. Yeah, it would be a fabulous experience meeting all the competitors and seeing the competitive environment in person. It's not as casual as you could be, as you think it could be, but it is definitely a rich learning experience. That is something that I would want to say. Other than that, we do not have any guests in the meeting, but yeah. Um yeah, so I would just skip from mentioning about the foundations of the Toastmasters story. But I would definitely be just the last in the last month we celebrated in the Toastmasters International the 1 year celebration, sorry, 100-year celebration, and there is some great updates um, with the online portal. How many of you are aware of it? Okay. As it's my responsibility as VP Education, I'll help you share a bit more about what are the recent updates at the online portal, importantly the base camp. I request you all to just go through it, log in and then see how the base camp updates are. But I'll make sure I'll send you all the interesting aspects and what are the changes that has happened on the portal. Trust me, it's very interesting. It is much more better than how it was previously. So I encourage you all to have a look at it. Other than that, so we are having a meeting with it's a meeting. It's of a different theme, not a standard meeting. Grab bag, grab bag meeting. How many of you have been part of a grab bag meeting before? Grab a bag? No? Anyone? No. So, how many of you like the table topics? Or, yeah, active about it. So, table topics is usually where you will volunteer your name and then you will be given a topic on the spot. That is what table topics is about. And what you have to do is you will be speaking on the topic. But this grab a bag meeting or grab bag meeting is a type of meeting in Toastmasters where we volunteer our name and then we are given a role on the spot to carry on through the meeting. Let that sink in. What it means? It means is say I am volunteering in and I'll one in a spin wheel, you'll be given a role. For example, it is general evaluator or Toastmaster of the day. So from there on, we'll have a couple of minutes for preparation and then you have to execute the role. Be Toastmaster of the day, be general evaluator. I'll help you with a couple of links where you can um, use it for a script. Yeah. And other than that, I encourage it. What does it have to do with the Toastmasters meeting? It is a meeting that just gives a big twist to the standard meeting. Also, it sees or tests you how you are present in how you can better present on the spot, even a role, not just a topic. The topic is usually 1 to 2 minutes or maximum 3 minutes in that line. But a role, you have to perform all through the meeting. And of course, once you get the role, you will have an idea on what kind of action that you have to do. So I am excited. How many of you are? I've been talking for a long time. So the time has come for me to hand over or do a quick share of screen and ask for names, and then we'll pick up the role. And I welcome Toastmaster Ramesh and Toastmaster Shiva. If possible, you can switch on the video. What I've just done is briefed about how this meeting is going to go. The grab bag meeting where you will volunteer and you will pick a role from spin wheel. And before going to pick a role, we have one prepared speech and evaluation for that. Kindly note the speaker is Toastmaster Dushyant and the evaluator for the speaker is speeches distinguished Toastmaster Ritika. And I hope everyone are aware of the rules: timer, R counter, grammarian, general evaluator, Toastmaster of the day. Okay, that makes my job easier. Let me share my screen. So we are at this moment where we have a spin wheel and where is the share screen option? Yeah. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Someone.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we
Thank you.
can see it.
So we have the following rules: Toastmaster of the day, general evaluator, timer, grammarian, R counter, and thought master. And we have how many participants? I am unable to. 9 participants we have. Of that, Toastmaster Dushyant, you will be the prepared speaker, so you may not involve in picking up the roles because it is a very big responsibility to carry on board.
Sure.
So all the best for your speech. And so who is the first volunteer? Who's here to pick up the first role? Okay, I am unable to see. Can you all raise the hands options present in Zoom because I'm unable to see your video. Okay. The first hand I could see is from Toastmaster Raman. Toastmaster Raman, are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me spin the wheel for you. Let's see your luck. Nice. Congratulations, Toastmaster Raman. You are a grammarian. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, something we love having you as well. So you can take some time to prepare the word of the day. And yeah, grammarian is done. Moving on, we have Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Ravi, are you ready? I
I,
will not.
I'm sorry, I forgot that
Okay.
I did not see the video. I am, yeah.
Okay. So, which role would you like to have?
I just don't want timer because I have some technical issues with my laptop. The rest
Okay.
of
Let's see how it goes. You are the thought master, Toastmaster Ravi.
perfect.
Yeah, I can take some time to prepare.
I can go next.
Oh,
Ritika here.
okay. Uh, Ritika, which role would you like to have?
Anything except our counter.
So, okay. Let's spin it quickly and then see. Congratulations, Ritika. So,
Okay.
I think the website has heard whatever we are speaking. I'm sorry,
Okay,
but
fine.
yeah, that's the counter. Distinguished Toastmaster Ritika. Next, let us see who's ready. We have Shine, we have Ramesh, we have Shiva and Guru Prasad, and we have three roles. And don't settle into thinking that.
Yeah, Seshatri, but I'm not in a position to take any roles right now. So that's why I already given a chat. So just
Oh,
I
okay.
want to attend our meeting only. So please, I think
Okay.
I'm not out of this. Thank you.
Okay. Safe,
Thanks for
safe
understanding.
play, Shiva. Okay, okay. I hope you'll enjoy. And we have Guru, Ramesh, and Shine.
Sheshadri, I can take timer role.
But let's see. Let's spin the roll and then see if we
Okay, okay.
are
But even
ready.
after it comes different role, no, you give me timer role.
Oh, okay. So we'll what we'll do is we'll have a quick trading session after the spin wheel.
Sure, sure.
Um,
Because after a long time, I'm joining the call.
Okay.
So just I want to
Okay. No problem.
rehearse myself. Yeah.
So uh, I'm just thinking about this trading because it will be helpful if we help each other out the starting. So yeah, I'll spin the wheel for you, Guru. Let's see. Okay.
Eh, eh,
You got Toastmaster of the day.
Okay.
So take a moment to think and see, or we'll see what we could have in the tradings. Okay. Just hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we have Ramesh. Are you there? And Shine.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Uh, okay. First, we'll go with the Toastmaster Ramesh. Are you there, Ramesh?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. So, which role do you like to have? Either timer or general evaluator?
My favorite is always timer.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
That's me.
So, and Shine. You will be the general evaluator.
Okay.
Are you aware of the role?
I haven't performed this role earlier before.
But I'm sure you have witnessed it, and it's all right. So I just a reminder for everyone that it's uh, again and experimenting, and it's a very supportive environment, like every day, every week. And now comes the trading session. So we have Guru Prasad who wants to trade his role. Um, he is the Toastmaster of the day. Who is ready to trade roles with him?
I can take it.
Okay. And you are Thought Master.
I'm Thought Master. Yeah.
Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. Guru Prasad, you will take the role of Thought Master.
Okay.
So if
But
you are
I want to understand what is the role. That is okay for me.
okay. So before that, Toastmaster Ravi will be the Toastmaster of the day in that case. And you can take some time to prepare as I check with everyone if they are okay with the role.
Perfect.
So yeah, coming back to Toastmaster Guru, Thought Master is you have seen Thought of the Day around the in social media, right? Where you see a quote, you see a phrase given by someone, or some thought you would like to share. So sharing this, so you'll as a Thought Master, you have around 3 minutes of time. And in the time you share a thought or you share a quote, after you share a quote, you share a few words about what you think about that quote,
Okay.
and that is all the role is about.
Okay. Okay.
So it is about your thought. If you'd like to share a thought about recent happenings or something that you think is important for everyone to understand or everyone to that you want to share with, you can share that and have a few words about it.
Sure.
That is the role is all about. And
So in the meeting, when I have to share?
so that comes after the prepared speech. So
Okay.
once the prepared, I'll share the flow as well for everyone to understand. Um, yeah. So first will be the introduction where our Toastmaster of the day will share a few words or sets the tone of the meeting with the theme that they are planning to discuss us with, and and then introduce the important roles, the general evaluator and tag team. Followed by we have prepared speech, and before the prepared speech we will have the brief from the evaluator on what's the speech is going to be, and then we have the prepared speech. Once the prepared speech is done, we have thought of the day by Thought Master, and once the Thought Master is done, we'll go on with oh, okay. I missed one role completely, and just now I realized that role, and that role is Table Topic Master. And we have Shiva. Shiva, one last chance for you. If you are still willing to take up roles, we have Table Topic Master. So where you can just give topics and then listen to people. Could you do, I mean, would you be interested in doing that?
Yeah, okay. I think we have some time, right? Because after the prepared speech, in the meantime, let me talk.
Yeah, we have at least half an hour's time, and it's not a pressure or something, but it's more about listening only. Table Topics Master, where you'll share the Topics Master's duty, and then you'll share the topics and see everyone take your challenge. Okay, are
Yeah,
you okay?
sure. Yeah, I'll take that. Table topic.
Thank you for such a sport. And before I'm done with all the explanation, please give one big round of applause to every one of you here. Thank you everyone for being such a lovely sport. This is a difficult task in itself. We are taking out role impromptu on the feet and then trying to carry from whatever the role we have picked. We may not have received what we wish to have, but we still are going forward with it, which in itself is a great feat. So thank you everyone for that. Kudos. And yeah, after the thought master is done, we'll have table topics master. We'll have table topics presented by topic master Toastmaster Shiva. Followed by we'll have evaluation round, wherein the general evaluator again brings in the report from the tag team and then presents their report. We have general evaluator Toastmaster Shine. We have grammarian Toastmaster Raman. We have our counter distinguished Toastmaster Ritika. We have timer Toastmaster Ramesh. And yeah, once the general evaluation is done, we are the last of the meeting where we could go on. One thing I have forgotten to do is to start the meeting as presiding officer. But thank you all for being a wonderful audience at the start. I hereby declare the meeting open. Okay. So without further ado, I mean, okay. I'll ask if you guys have any question. Do you have any questions or clarifications that you need to iron it out before the meeting
Yes,
starts?
Shadri, I think if you have everyone who's taken the roles, if you can just put it on the chat so that everyone are aware what role they are.
Yeah, I'll do after I hand it
Yeah,
over.
you can do that simultaneously as well if you want to just hand over to me and then go forward.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll do that because it is with the best interest of time as well. Okay, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here let's begin the grab a bag meeting, and I welcome a very important role taker for today who's coming from the bustling city of Hyderabad, and we have a marketing manager in them who balances with the love for sports, food, and fitness. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ravi. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi.
All right. A very good morning, everyone, my dear fellow Toastmasters, and no guests today. Think about everything that happened in last 1 week, right? US elections, big buzzword, and then there's a ripple effect of that into, say, your stock markets. You might have your investments there, or you might um, see a lot of opportunities and threats out of it. But is any of this under your control? Can you see how things will be panned out, or can you control any of it? No. But do you see it as a threat? Do you see it as an opportunity? I think that is the mindset that we all have to look forward to. We don't know what the next US elect president would do. He's as mercurial as anyone can be. So how do you charter this road? How do you react to it in such a quick time? Just like we are trying to react to the roles that we have been just handed over from a grab a bag meeting. And that is why our theme for today is embracing change. Change is the only constant. Is one of the clicheest uh, saying that I've ever heard. But now that we have figured that out, how do we go about embracing change? How do we go about being open to it, not being discomfortable to it? Any thoughts? Does anyone have a success mantra, a secret mantra that has worked for you?
I
Yeah,
think one thing, yeah, go ahead, Guru.
yeah. So, as you said, change is constant. That itself, it's a secret mantra. So, whenever new opportunities comes, no, we should never deny. So, we should be open to the change. What I feel. So, initially, when I was searching for this kind of platform, initially, So one fine day in Flipkart company, so they have organized one fine introduction about this Toastmaster. So I was in dilemma, thinking that whether to join or not. But definitely I was wanting that change. So when I joined, really it changed my professional growth, what I can say. And happy to share that recently I got promoted to senior manager in my company. So this I can say that 90% contribution from Toastmaster only. Over to you.
Lovely. Our thought master is on point and with a lot of motivation. Promotion, who doesn't want it? You got all our attention there. Uh, Distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, your turn. You just wanted to say something.
Yeah, for change, I mean, we always feel like that we have to embrace it and all that. But I just have two things that I do when a change comes my way. I try and take a breather, absorb it, understand what it is all about, and then go with the flow. So these are the two things that I do when a change comes my way.
Sweet, crisp, and impactful as ever. Distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, thank you for your advice on this as well. That said, let's not snatch away the opportunity from the other role takers today to embrace change. And for that, I would just want to lay out how our meeting is planned out. We have our role takers who will be introduced first, and then we'll move on to this prepared speech section, followed by the evaluation. And post which we have an impromptu table topic session. Once we complete that, we will be looking at feedback from the different role takers. To get that ball rolling, I would like to introduce the general evaluator for today, who will further introduce the tag team. Our general evaluator today is fit for this
This meeting is being recorded.
Fit for this role in many ways, right? He hails from the city Malot, Punjab, and he has a keen eye for the numbers because he's a certified CA. And that, I think, makes him match for this role today. With no further ado, Toastmaster Shine, please take on to the dais, introduce yourself and the tag team as well.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. So today I will be playing the role of general evaluator. In this role, I will be covering all the meeting and noting many if there are any improvement points to conduct the meeting more better. And coming to my tag team, uh, my tag team will be evaluating the meeting on different aspects. So I cannot see like the role takers in the chat. One second. So yeah, so first of all, I like to introduce Toastmaster Raman. He will be taking the role of grammarian. Toastmaster Raman, can you please put more emphasis on your role, Toastmaster Raman?
Sure, thank you, Toastmaster Shine, for that quick introduction for the general evaluation team and the tag team. So, as a grammarian for today's meeting, I'll be noting down the good and not so good usages of grammar, and also I will be introducing the word of the day and the phrase of the day. The phrase of the day is cut the slack, which is to mean, one second, let me just pull out the meaning for it. Cut someone some slack would mean allow someone levy in their conduct. The press is willing to cut the president some slack because they like him. So I will share this in the group chat here once once after my this initial presentation, and also the word of the day is one moment please. I put it down. Impressionable. Impressionable is a person who is easily influenced or who can be convinced easily. It is not being in a negative sense like gullible, like who has no idea or clue when they're making decision based on someone else's opinion. On the contrary, it is person who genuinely gets impressed or reflects positive reflections or reciprocations by way of somebody's thoughts or guidance or any of those inputs that that person receives. So impressionable is a word of the day, and cut someone some slack is the phrase of the day. I'll be sharing the details in the chat. Over to you, Toastmaster uh, Shine. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman, for the phrase of the day and word of the day. Next is distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, who will be the counter, playing the role of counter for today. So I request distinguished Toastmaster Ritika to explain her role. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shine. Good morning, everybody. Today is my debut as an art counter, so believe it or not, I'm not going to cut any slack for anybody. So be careful of your filler words and don't be impressionable if someone else is using R's and M's. You don't start imitating and use those filler words because I'm going to make note of all the filler words like well, so, like, but, repeats, and any other repetitive words that is not sounding right or is actually hampering what you are effectively trying to communicate. I will present my report when called upon by the general evaluator towards the end of the session. For now, back to you, Toastmaster Shine.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. Now, next is a timer of the day. That role will be played by Toastmaster Ramesh. I kindly request Toastmaster Ramesh to explain his role. Over to you, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sen. Good morning, everyone. I'll be your timer for today's meeting. As a timer, my role is to help our meeting run smoothly and on time. I will signal speakers using green, yellow, red color background to indicate the time. Prepare speeches, the time range is 5 to 7 minutes. I will change my background to green. After 5 minutes, I will change my background to yellow. After 6 minutes, I will change my background to red after 7 minutes. For the icebreaker speech, the allowed time is 4 to 6 minutes. After 4 minutes, I will change my background to green. After 5 minutes, I will change my background to yellow. After 6 minutes, I will change my background to red color. For the table topic, the time range is 1 to 2 minutes. I will change my background to green. After 1 minute, after 1 minute 30 seconds, I will change my background to yellow. After 2 minutes, I will change my background to red. For the evaluation, the time range is 2 to 3 minutes. I will change my background to green after 2 minutes. I will change my background to yellow after 2 minutes 30 seconds. I will change my background to red after 3 minutes. After red card, there will be a 30 seconds to wrap up your speech to finish your speech on time. Please keep an eye on my signals to stay within your time limit. Thank you. I will come up with a report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Shine.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. So this was the tag team, and now I hand over it to Toastmaster of the day. Who is the Toastmaster? Toastmaster of the day, Ravi.
Perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Shine. We'll talk about a lot of changes that have gone through in your personal journeys coming forward as well. But I know that one role today, in fact, two roles today have been already set and they've been raring to go. And hence, I would like to start off with our prepared speech session. But before we introduce our speaker, it is also important that we introduce our evaluator who will set the context and also give the overall feedback to the speaker, which is the whole purpose of the speech, right? Hence, with no further ado, I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, who has been ever so impactful for these sessions. And I personally admire her for her concise and sweet messaging whenever she takes the dais. Welcome to the Dais Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Today I've taken up the evaluator role for our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Dushyant. Let me quickly call out the speech objectives. Close. One second. Okay, anyways, while I'll figure that out. So today, Toastmaster Dushyant is presenting his icebreaker speech. The main objective of the speaker is to introduce himself to the club and just speak his heart out. So we are looking forward to your speech, Toastmaster Dushyant. All the very best. Back to you. And one more thing. Once the speech is done, I would request everyone to please stand up wherever you all are comfortably sitting and give a standing ovation to our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Dushyant. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Ravi.
All right. In that case, our speaker today is a strategist, an analyst, and who enjoys a game of chess. And I'm intrigued to know what he brings to the table with his strategies today. With no further ado, I welcome Toastmaster Dushyant to go forward with his speech. Toastmaster Dushyant, life in a sine wave, life in a sine wave, Toastmaster Dushyant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Life is like a sine wave. Sine wave has crest and troughs. Similarly, our life has peaks and downfalls. When life is on peak, it appears to be blessed. When it is at the major downfall, it is difficult to live with. Sometime, with our hard work, guidance, luck, and with the grace of God, we can turn our downfall towards the peak. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Dushyant, and this is about my sine wave. I was born and brought up in one of the beautiful city surrounded by Aravali mountain called Ajmer. In my early childhood, as other kids, my sine wave was towards the peak until school time started. Luckily, I was good in schools, always first rank in the class. But that was not because I was so intelligent. That was because we had very extraordinary study pressure at our home. I'll tell you those interesting reasons, starting with my mother. She is in teaching profession. You can imagine a lot of discipline and expectation. The pressure was already unbearable that my father is also in teaching profession and one of the famous personality in State Teachers Association. My school teachers, they had very high regard for them, so they used to come to our home so frequently. And mostly I face this question, have you completed your homework? Along with that, there are many times where I faced ad hoc basis vivas and results were announced before my parents, resulting punishment on the spot. This pressure was not only at our home, even all our neighbors, they were also teachers. We were surrounded by teachers. And you won't believe that our colony name was actually the teachers' colony. Lot of expectations, uh, disciplines, and competition, especially during the board exams. I still remember during my board exams, my parents, they used to tell me that learn from neighbor's son. See into Sharmaji's home. See into Varmaji's home. See how much does he study. See, he studies for 8 hours. And poor me, I started seeing into Sharmaji's home. And at the place of seeing Sharmaji's son, I started seeing Sharmaji's daughter. And then the major downfall started. All the expectations became disappointments. My first rank in the class moved to the second division. My parents, they became so disappointed and they were so heartfelt that they reserved one piece of land at our home and they used to say me that I can open a general store at this place because I won't do anything in my career. This was so difficult time. Difficult to face parents, difficult to face neighbors, difficult to face the guest. And at this difficult time, I decided to do another difficult and most challenging thing, and that was engineering. And with that, I thought, let's cut some slack with this. I had to go to a different district for that. My parents were so happy, not because I'm going for engineering. They were happy because I'm going away from Sharmaji's home. It was difficult to be away from teacher's colony. So to cope up with that, my engineering roommates, they brought me some teachers. The difficult time was yet to come when my parents, they received a call from my college that your son has been barred because he was caught while cheating in examination. And during this time also, I got a lot of support from my engineering roommates because they were also barred. And at this stage, I realized one of the childhood story, that good apple, rotten apple, bad company. And I realized my true potential and started working towards the peak of my sine wave. And even I was surprised with the results that I topped the entire state. Uh, and with this, I brought the glory back into our teachers' colony. After engineering, I started working into the IT. And in IT is also, it is full of peaks and downfalls. And mostly the number of peaks are equal to number of organization we change. Even as on today, I am working for another peak by improving my communication and leadership skills. And I'm quite confident that this Toastmaster Club will be the strongest pillar in that. For all of us, life is like a sine wave. When life is at peak, be humble and polite. When it is at the major downfall, always remember night is darkest just before the dawn. Thank you so much. This was my time. Back to Toastmaster Ravi.
Wonderful, wonderful speech. I think if not for myself, I could relate very clearly on the teachers' colony. I have stayed in teachers' colony too. I have a teachers' colony adjacent to me as well. And I'm pretty sure everyone here sitting will have a teachers' colony or a Gandhi Nagar very nearby them. That is so us. But also, from Toastmaster Dushyant's speech, it is very much like a theme of the day. It is very much like how he's reacted to different changes in his life, how he has reacted to looking at Sharmaji ka beta se beti and all that other things that he has mentioned. With that, I also want to do a small exercise with all of you. Take a step back and close your eyes and think about the last time that has been super chaotic in your life. It can be just this morning where someone yelled at you while you were just still sleeping, or it can be a challenge that you faced within your organization very recently. Okay, now I request you all to open your eyes. I'll pick people, two speakers here, to say what happened and how did you react and how you could have reacted if you want to make it a little more smooth for you. I will pick Toastmaster Raman to share his experience.
Okay, so you mean to say any of the troubled times, so to speak, that I've faced recently? Oh, there are a lot many. Okay, we can just laugh about them and just let it pass. So let me quote something from my childhood. So there was one of the days when I was probably in seventh or eighth grade. Seventh grade, I guess. It was between seventh and eighth grade during the summer vacation. I was very super excited to go to Hubli. Once in a year, we used to go to Hubli and spend our time and come back. And the just and it was to spend the summer vacations on one side, and on the other side, it would be connecting with my cousins and everyone who stays over there. The night before, when we were supposed to go, that was the day. I mean, the day before, on April 2nd or something. First, I had my last exam on that day, my seventh standard exam, I guess. So that was the last day of the exam. Maybe it was on sixth grade. I don't know, sixth or seventh grade, around that time. So last exam was on that day. I was not at all looking forward to that exam. I was already into, the travel mode already. And I remember that day, um, my even health got, down. I was not keeping well. I was having stomach cramp. I mean, all the things. There was excitement on one side, and then there was this health issues and exam and everything going on the other side. I remember that day because, and that was also the day when I got better health wise by the time it was afternoon. But while coming back from the school after finishing the exam, I fell and injured my knees. I felt terribly bad. There was these the stones, these katapa stones, on the footpath. They were not these tiny tiles, cement tiles, what we see these days. They were big stones, like, square-shaped stones, which were, lying on the footpath, and these were very old stones, which were already, broken and always twisted and all that. So they were pretty high at a taller, level. And my legs were tiny back then, so a little bit, I I just, slipped over and tipped over and I fell down. And for all the good and bad reasons, that day went on to be the most chaotic day that I can recall in my childhood. And whenever I am, even today, once in a while, there were a few things, other things also that went wrong on the other day, but that will go on and on. So I want to, cut the slack for the for the moment. So um, so whenever I feel down and low, I think that day was the most uh, easiest day that I could have lived with um, in today's times. But that day, that felt like a mountain of burden on me. And I came up with this quote which said, the the bags that we carried back to school and back to home, that was the lightest burden we ever carried, which I think is very true as of today. Over to you.
Wow, so many anecdotes, so many takeaways from that one story. I know I said I will ask one more speaker, but I will give that chance to the table topics master of the day, where you will all more speakers will get opportunity to speak as well. Our table topics master today comes with an abundant experience as project management officer of 14 years. I know that he is an avid runner. He's very active, and he's a very beautiful family. Um, so I introduce to you Toastmaster Siva as our table topics master today.
Hey, thank you so much, Ravi, for this wonderful introduction. Guys, I'm not in a position to on my camera because I'm not that much looking good because after a lot of travel, I feel very drowsy. So thanks for giving this opportunity. As you know, the purpose of this table topic is to help our members to think quickly, organize a thought on the spot, and it builds a confidence in speaking without the notes of preparation happening. So I think most of them like table topic is the funny part of our club meeting. So what I'll do is just I don't have any prepared anything, like I'm not able to share any screen. So I will randomly they can raise their hand, and I will spell out the topic so we can start the speech. So I think not able to see anything on the screen also, like grid view also. I think maybe you can raise your hand or just you spell out your name and come. So any volunteers? We'll start our table topic now. Any volunteers? Yeah, hi, Siddharthi. Thank you. So your topic today is If you could read minds for a day, whose mind would you read and why? I'll repeat the question again. If you could read minds for a day, whose mind would you read and why? Over to you, Mr. Chandri.
I had a dream from childhood. I was used to watching cartoons, and then came the Superman, Batman, Spider Man. They all had some powers. So, in my dream, in my childhood, I had this fantasy that what superpower, or usually in my dreams, I have some superpowers, wherein I would be the Sandman, or I would be something completely different that I would not remember after the dream. But I remember something that I always had dreams where I had superpowers, and definitely reading minds have did not go out of the bucket. It was always in the cards. I had come across this one phrase that I would rephrase in a way, which means, who are the most important people in your life? And it usually would be the people that you frequently meet around. And yeah, there could be people that makes a greater impact, but the people that you meet frequently are those that you meet around daily. If I could read a mind, it would be the mind of my dog here. Yeah, I live with him, and I always wished what's going on his mind. So that I remember this one time where only my dog and I were in the house, and we had I was watching TV, and immediately he was sitting alongside me and watching the TV, and immediately he looked at me, and then he barked at me, and then ran into the bedroom. I was put into shock. I couldn't realize what is happening on. And then what happened is he didn't even enter the room. He was in the start of the bedroom, and then he was looking at the corner and he was barking at it. And I lost my control, and I don't know what was happening. I wish I could read his mind that time. And also, there are a lot of moments where he would just be sitting and then he would just do a mild smile. I want to know if he was laughing at me or thinking I'm a clown or something. But I've always wanted to read his mind. Thank you, Shiva, for this opportunity for me to share all this. Over to you.
So you are single, right? You're not in relationship. That's why if somebody is married, a boyfriend, they thought that they won't understand how what's reading their girlfriend mind or wife mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's face. That's funny, yeah. Okay. Who is the next volunteer who want to get us any good, interesting topic to speak?
Let me go.
Okay. Who is next? Ramesh or?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ramesh.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, because I'm choosing. Okay. Imagine aliens land in your backyard. What's the first thing you have to say to them? I repeat again. Imagine aliens land in your backyard. What's the first thing you have to say to them?
What is the first thing I'll say to them, right? Siva. Hello?
Yeah, that's right. What's the first thing you say to them?
Okay. First thing you have to say them or how you can react to them.
Okay. That was a good topic to speak. Yes. Aliens are not normal people. We are thinking that the same way they are thinking that we are not normal people as like them. If they are landing near my home, at my backyard, I have a lot of things to say, but only first thing I would like to say that how long they took to reach from their destination to my destination. Because then I'll come to know that how long they had traveled, how they have traveled. First thing. Second thing, nowadays we are struggling to cover 1,000 kilometer, 2,000 kilometer by using any vehicle. How they are traveled from so far to my destination where they have filled their fuel how they have managed those kind of things, because these are all the unknown factor from many aliens as well. Because nowadays people are thinking about water, air is available in the other planet, but in the same way other people are thinking that the aliens are living or not, because there are many factors in which we have to think. Some recently I have seen one movie which I have made in Tamil that was very much interested to see. That's kind of a kid movie. What happened, one alien ship will come to Earth, and what they will do, they will grab the people to take them to their planet, because they want to research how humans are behaving. Based on that, they have decided to pick few people. So in such a way, I would like to go along with them. I want to explore what would be there in their planet as well, but in the condition that they should be returned to me at my home at any cost. This would be the one condition I will say to them. If they agree for that, definitely I will go along with them. I will explore. This is the first thing I'll ask to the aliens. Over to you, Toastmaster Shiva.
Yeah, thank you, Ramesh. So, we given an interesting topic to you. So, I call upon the next speaker. So, can anyone guide me how many table topics we can have? We're done with 2. How much we can go more?
We
At
can
the
do
time?
one more.
Pardon?
We can do one
Two
more.
more?
Last one. Yeah.
Last one, right?
Yeah.
So, I'll call upon next volunteer who's ready to have this interesting topic to speak.
Toastmaster Raman Shiva.
Yeah, hi, Raman.
Hi, Shiva.
If you are invisible for a day, what would be the first thing you do? I repeat again. If you are invisible for a day, what would be the first thing you do?
On my 40th birthday, which is few months from now, I woke up at 7 a.m. in the morning. I saw the clock right after waking up. It was striking just about 5 past 7. Then I just about went about my regular chores, went up and tried to wash my face in the bath. But what I see is nothing. A blank wall behind me. I don't see myself. I wonder, am I dead? I go back to the bed and say, I don't see myself. And it, and then I first thing I grab is, which most of us would do. Most of us are. Let's accept it. We are all. Most of us are nomophobic. So am I. A little bit. First thing I do is check my phone, hold my phone, and I see the phone is lifting on its own. I don't see my hand. I don't see anything within me. I don't see my hair, my face, my legs. All I see is my shirt. All of a sudden, I see only the shirt that I'm wearing and the pajamas I'm wearing. This is the first things I notice about me. Then I realize what's going on. Was it the soup which I drank, which was something, it had it in it yesterday, which I drank? Or was it something else that happened while I was sleeping? Then I remember, oh, I wrote a poem which said the invisible man. Maybe that is working. The moment I wrote that poem, maybe I turned invisible. I was so much involved in it, it made me invisible. My emotions, my aspirations were so strong that I actually became invisible. Maybe this is a gift, maybe this is a boon. I will have to figure it out on my own. So, what I do is I go out to explore. Somehow, I figure out to even make my dresses invisible. I go to explore while wearing the invisible dress as well on me. The first thing I would do is get into a movie theater where Jurassic Park is playing 4D. In 2025 June, it's releasing. Hopefully, it will release on my birthday. So I would like to go and watch that without any ticket for free, probably all day long, repeatedly. That's the first thing I would want to do. After that, maybe after coming back, there is skepticism. I read this novel by H.G. Wells, The Invisible Man, in which whatever food he eats, it is visible until it gets actually digested. So this will be lingering in my mind. So whenever I would eat something, I would have to hide my stomach so that it is not seen, and I should not let dust settle on my body. Even that will be seen invisible in the air. I should not let droplets of water fall on me. Otherwise, I'll be invisible, somewhat like translucent shape. All these things will be running in my mind. But then the clocks, I hear alarm ringing somewhere. Trrr. Yeah, that's a ring alarm I still use even today. Um, I mean, I may be having it right over here. It's black. It's the one. Yeah. So, and once it rings, I wake up to realize all I was seeing until now was actually a dream. Over to you. Table topic of the day.
Thank you so much, Ramesh, for explaining your all the imagination you have. I think thanks for this giving this opportunity. I feel like almost after 20 months I'm taking this course because I joined that club after 1.5 months. I remember 23 February or January sometime I made a previous club. Made the role of Toastmaster, table topic master. Thanks for this opportunity. Over to you to the Toastmaster of the day.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Toastmasters Shiva, for such an engaging session on a very short notice as well. Talking about taking you back to the theme of the day, embracing change, I want to share one personal experience, which I think will be boiling down to the tips that I've learned on how to embrace change as well. Back in my ninth grade, this is when I really wanted a specific type of computer, my first computer, and I was bugging my dad like crazy. Just give me this, I'll do whatever you want. And then he's like, okay, in the next examination, get 90 percentage and above. And then that is your goal. I studied so hard. That I think that's the most I've studied until now. And I was paying so much attention in the class as well. And come the D days, come the exam, I I prepared my science notebook so well. I had all the concepts ready, few of them mugged up, and I sat on on the seat, saw the question paper, and to much of my flight, I saw that there were 10 questions of maths. Did any of this happen to you anytime? How many of you have faced this? Studied a wrong subject for a wrong examination? Okay. So this is when I understood how can I embrace that change now, right? How can you do it? And that's when I thought, all right, I'm doomed. The computer is gone. That's second story. But what about passing the examination now? I have just attempted it with my bare minimums, came back pretty sure I'm going to flunk it. But to my surprise, I scored about 60 marks out of 100, which for an unprepared examination was a huge task. But then I thought back, how did that happen, 60 marks? That's because I was attentive in the class. That's because the computer, as my goal, was there for that 2 months and I was completely being focused. And that's where I think how much ever you want to embrace change, a little amount of effort has to go in your preparation. It's about how prepared are you when you are attacked. That also counts. We'll talk about a few more tips as well. But before that, I want to introduce one more special role taker for today who thrives on discipline and self growth and who recently got promoted as well. Our thought master for the day, Toastmaster Guru Prasad. Over to you, Guru Prasad.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raviteja. So I don't know who has stated this statement, but I really like this statement, that is, opportunity never knocks the door twice, right? So I was reading one article. A doctor said that working in front of an laptop is itself an unemployment. Means over a period of time, we will become such a lazy person, no? We were unable to do our own work. So that laziness, uh, rapidly it comes to our mind also. Just for example, today it was the best situation for this statement, that never opportunity never knocks the door twice, right? So grab the opportunity was the concept which Toastmaster Sheshadri has introduced. So that opportunity came to me to become Toastmaster of the day, where I would have impressionable person of the day, but I denied it and I passed that opportunity to Toastmaster Ravi Teja. So that 1 second of or maybe 2 minutes of laziness, mind laziness, thinking that I may fail to take up the Toastmaster role, that made me, maybe if I would have taken this role, next 2 days it will be very fresh day for me, saying that I have done trial myself and I got succeeded in that. So always we should grab the opportunity and we should succeed in that. Even if you fail in that, we will get the experience. So this is the thought of the day. Thank you.
Perfect. I really love how you have just thought out a story that we all witness in front of us. So we all can relate to it also super, super well. I also want to pass on one more tip about embracing change, which is once I was sitting on an examination hall, because I vividly remember the picture, I vividly remember my suffering in that 2, 3 hours. I shunned out, um I was bamboozled and I was thinking to myself, why? You have studied so well. All that Call of Duty is gone now and all that. But after 10 minutes, I'm like, okay, this is your paper. No one is going to help you. This is what you have to spend with for next 2.5 hours. So sit down and do what you can do. That translates to stay open to the new experiences and be focused on what you can control. Only then we'll be able to think on our feet and act according to the change. And more importantly, how do we do ourselves better the next time? How did I get the computer for the next examination? Right? To understand from your experiences, not to isolate it as one traumatic experience or something, but see how you yourself have reacted to it. And maybe for just that one occasion, cut yourself some slack, learn from the experience, and come back to your ways of working with change. With that said, we will also have to look at how we have failed. And for that, we have our wonderful general evaluator and his tag team. And I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shine to take us through the evaluation for this session today.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. First of all, I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Ritika to present her evaluation for the icebreaker speech for today. Distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shine. Good morning once again, and a very special one to Toastmaster Dushyant. Sine wave. I think this word, this term itself, I've heard after a very long time. So that was a very good title that you chose, something which was thought provoking. And that's the one thin ice that you broke at the very beginning by simply coming up with a thought provoking title and made the audience actually wonder and become curious as to what's coming their way. That was a very good attempt from your end. The second thing that really struck a chord with me was the way you started your speech. It was such a well structured way of starting. You actually explained what is sine wave, the peaks and the lows, and all that, and then you wished all of us and continued with your story. So, very well done over there. There were a lot many high points in your speech, Toastmaster Dushyant. First and foremost, which was really prominent throughout your speech, was how crisp you were with your messaging, how crisp you were with your storytelling, and how clear you were in delivering all those pun intended messages for us without actually dilly dallying or wasting time here and there and explaining your jokes. You were just flowing through all of them, and we were simply reacting to it. So that, I don't know whether you have done something to polish that talent of yours, but surely use that in your speeches. It really suits you. The second point that I really noticed was the way you were transitioning seamlessly from your childhood. You started off that you were brought up in Ajmer, you were really good in studies, but it was because of the pressure. What I noticed was you were putting your point across. You were putting your point across that you were a good student. You were getting influenced by your roommates, but then you came back, but you were somehow telling it to us in a very comical way. So one thing which I would definitely tell you is that going forward, I'm sure any tough message that you want to convey to your audience, this tactic of actually gift wrapping in a funny way will really, really take you places. So keep polishing that talent of yours. The last but not the least, you had a takeaway for the audience. Throughout, it was a story about how you were brought up, how you transitioned into engineering, and then aced everything that you did in your life. In the conclusion, you went back to your title, explained what you should do when you are at your peak, how you should deal with your lows as well. So you actually closed the whole loop. That was very well done. I just have two recommendations for you, considering it's your icebreaker. We don't deep dive so much in recommendations. But since you are already sounding so confident, the one thing I would recommend is come up with some voice modulation, because throughout it was just one sine wave. It was had no peaks, it had no lows. So try and develop that. Second thing is try and include some pauses. When you deliver a punchline, pause a little bit and then continue. Try these two things, and I'm sure you'll go places. All the best, and back to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster.
Yes. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, for your wonderful evaluation. So next is Toastmaster Raman. So I would like to call Toastmaster Raman to present her report on grammarian today. Toastmaster Raman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shine. It's been a busy day for me for both good and not so good reasons, more so for very good reasons. Firstly, I would like to start with good reasons that kept me busy. Lots of good and rarely used words and phrases that came into the meeting today, and that kept me busy almost throughout the meeting. Um, um, Few of those which I was able to note down are here. Impromptu, in a very different this one context, it was used at the beginning by Toastmaster Shishadri, and feet by Toastmaster Shishadri again. Charter, Toastmaster Ravi brought in so many words. He kept me busy for most part of the meeting. He being himself TMOD, he brought in so many words and phrases that I've noted down. Some I missed, obviously, and those I hope we can get them in recording once we view them back in the recording. So here are those. Charter, embracing change. That phrase in itself is really a good one. To come up with such a catchy phrase and a theme in such a short time is unique and really creative, which is why I've included it. And clichéist is one of the words he used. Discomfortable, I've used to uncomfortable, but discomfortable, I checked it up and it's right, and so that's another one which is new to me, for sure. A dilemma, and this was by Guru Prasad. Then get the ball rolling. One of the idioms used by Ravi again. Impactful, Toastmaster Ravi. Then speak his heart out, DTM Ritika. Then we have Crest and Truff by speaker Toastmaster Dushyant. It is darkest just before the dawn. A very nice phrase or a quote anecdote which was included at the end of speech by Toastmaster Dushyant again. Thrives Toastmaster Ravi. Opportunity never knocks twice. The door twice. The end quote was good and unique, which was again in a short time. It was pulled up by Toastmaster Guru Prasad, I believe, again, and vividly was used multiple times by Toastmaster Ravi. Bamboozled. This is the first time I'm coming across with this word, and it means I looked up its meaning. It means to be cheated or fooled in the context. Um, Struck a chord, DTM Ritika. Struck a chord with me, that is. Dilly dallying again, Toastmaster DTM Ritika. And lots of changes which we can adopt without mentioning anyone specifically. I would like to mention as quickly as possible. Firstly, before I go there, let me just read out the names of those who use phrase of the day and the word of the day. Phrase of the day was used by DTM Ritika, Toastmaster Dushyant, TM Raman, that's me, Toastmaster Ravi. I'm not sure if I've missed anyone. I'm sorry if I'm missing out any names. And word of the day was used only by DTM Ritika. Again, if I've missed out any names, my apologies. So important, any improvements needed. That is, firstly, are you there was asked, and in response, yes, I am there was said. We should actually say I am here. And there means actually it will be the place where the person is asking where that person is from. So that's how the language is built. So that's how they converse rather. More better? No, much better. We are used to saying more brighter, more brighter, more sunnier. No, it's brighter or sunnier itself is in comparative degree. So you don't use more, like more important, most important. We don't say importanter. There are some super, comparative degrees which use more with an adjective, but there are some which are in itself they're in comparative degree. For example, better itself is a comparative degree, and it's so more better instead of more better you should be using much better. It's more about quantitative than about qualitative. Without further ado, I see this is coming up very often, so I thought of giving alternative to it. Like let's get started is one of them which you can use, or without further delay you can say as instead of ado, or try to explore other phrases. It's coming up very repeatedly in most of the meetings. Is any of this was said? Where are any of these should have been used? I mean, plural, given the context, plural form should have been used. You won't believe was used. It's also grammatically correct. Instead of pointing at what the opposite, the other person believes, we should try to play with words here to put it in passive voice. For example, as incredible as it might sound, when you're trying to say you won't believe, you won't agree, it might be perceived in a very offending way by the other person. And this is very British way of putting across certain things. They become very diplomatic when they're telling the other person directly. They won't say it directly, they would say as incredible as it might sound, something of that sort. So use a neutral language instead of saying something like you won't believe, you won't agree, or something of that sort. I mean, nothing wrong with that. It's very American way of putting across certain things. They are very blunt compared to how the British. But given the formal setting, if you're having a very intense discussion or something, if you use that phrase, it might be taken in a very offending way. So, as incredible as it might sound, this is this, this is this. This is how we can put across. So that's one of the changes which we can adopt. They tried to say me or something to to say me. They said no, it should have been used say to me or tell me. So say to equals tell. That we should remember. Say me is incorrect. Next, born and brought up. Instead of this, we can use born and raised or born and grew up, for instance. And kid movie, instead of kid movie, we can use a film for children. So these are some of my observations. Of course, this meeting has been one of the fantastic meetings that I've attended, with so many words, good words and phrases that have been brought, introduced in the context, and which are very true to the setting. And considering the whole meeting is impromptu, it's a kudos to all of us. It's a it's an accomplishment in itself that we are coming up with so many good words, and the quality of our language and usage is improving, meeting on meeting, is what I can tell. On that note, I would hand it back to Toastmaster Shane, and my apologies for taking more time than needed. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman. I think your evaluation was really wonderful and in detail. And next is I would like to call to, distinguished Toastmaster Ritika again for her evaluation on counter. Over to you, Toastmaster Ritika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shine. I'll just quickly share my. Okay, sharing is not turned on. That's fine. No, no, that's okay, Seshadri. Because kudos to all of you. You all have not used so many filler words. So I really have not so many numbers on my sheet. So I'll just call out a few observations that I made. So for Toastmaster Ravi, you used 5+ hours. So that is something which you can, work on. And then we have Toastmaster Shine. You used 4 hours. Toastmaster Raman, you used 3 hours, especially when you were coming up with the phrase of the day and the word of the day. So that is something. Maybe you were looking for it, so you had to just keep talking. That's why the filler words to fill the gaps. Toastmaster Seshadri, you had 1 hour and 2 so's. Toastmaster Guru, you had 2 hours and 2 so's. Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Ramesh and Toastmaster Dushyant, because neither of them used any filler words. So well done over there. Just a few recommendations while we are trying to fill the gaps, while we're looking for information, or we are trying to, remember something. It's okay to be quiet at that time. We don't have to always utter any word just to fill in the gaps over there. That is the thing which actually make us use filler words. So let's not be impressionable over there. Just keep quiet till you find something. Let's keep quiet till you get your thoughts together. It's okay. The person in front of you will understand. So let's try and practice that a little more. And I'm sure we'll definitely be able to reduce our filler words. But kudos to all of you for using such minimal filler words. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Shine.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritika. So next is Toastmaster Raman. I would like to call Toastmaster Ramesh for her report on timings. Over to you, Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shine. Today, we have one icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Dushyant took 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Then evaluation, distinguished Toastmaster Ritika took 3 minutes, 29 seconds, 1 second away from the disqualification. And then in table topics, there were 3 members, out of which Sheshatri took 2 minutes, 25 seconds. Myself took 1 minute, 47 seconds. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sheshatri, for noting down. And Toastmaster Raman, I think he thought it was a icebreaker speech. He took almost 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 56 seconds. Even though it was a great speech, that's it from my end. Over to you, Toastmaster Shine.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh. So this was from the tag team. Now coming to the general evaluation. I think first of all, I would like to give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Seshadri for arranging this meeting, and also to all our other Toastmasters for taking up these roles as a challenge, and I think we really enhanced and progress in this role. So big round of applause to all the Toastmasters as well. Now coming to the evaluation, I don't really have much points to improve on, which I think say we need to improve. The only point that I noted is that at the beginning of the meeting, if we can, all the members can put some efforts to join on time so that we can start our meetings on time and also complete our meetings on time. That will be helpful. So yes, over to Toastmaster Ravi, Toastmaster of the day, Ravi.
Perfect. That was a very insightful feedback session by the general evaluator on all the tag team members as well. Now, just before I go out of focus, I would want to just share one last food for thought on embracing change. We've all done something on our feet today, right? We have taken a role that we have not decided prior to the meeting, and then we have done our work. How did we do it? Maybe not to an extent that you thought you would do well, or maybe you have exceeded your expectations. There are these two different distinct type of stories that will come in your mind. Which one will grow? That story of you doing well, or the story of you not doing well, or you beating yourself for not really doing well? Whatever you feed will grow. So you will have to think about what are the learnings that you can take away from this new experience altogether, so that we are a little more prepared and can embrace change in a better way next time around an opportunity knocks our door. That's it from my end today. Over to you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Ramesh.
Uh, Here I'll take the time. Yeah, I should. Thank you everyone I have a long list. So before that, yeah, thank you Ramesh for sharing the voting link. Please drop in your favorites for today. And it is very important to give a few words about today. I am very excited to share. Today was a grab bag meeting where all the roles were taken impromptu. And big kudos to one and all of you present here. Thank you very much. This session was all smooth like a butter, if I should say. And here I'm planning to highlight the debutants or the first time role takers for the roles. First, Thought Master, the first time, Toastmaster Guru Prasad. Thank you. You have done a fabulous job.
Thank
And
you.
General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shine. Lovely work there. You are the crispest General Evaluator I've ever seen. And thank you for that. Hope you had a good time. And we have our counter, distinguished Toastmaster Ritika. I am very glad that I had made you in some way along with the spin wheel to take up the role as our counter here. And you've done a fabulous job as well. Congratulations. And we have all the veterans to our team odds. I mean, Toastmaster of the Day, Timer, and Grammarian. Did I miss out on anyone? Yeah, I did not take up any role, and I'm very glad about Toastmaster Shiva, who had taken up the uh, topics master after a very long time, like you mentioned. Yes, Shine, the link is in the chat box. Are you able to? Are you able to access it?
No, actually, I'm not able to
Toastmaster
see
Shane.
it.
Yeah,
It's not
I'll share
showing.
it in the group. Or yeah, I think Ramesh is sharing it in the group. Yeah. Uh, yes, Ramesh, you can, Toastmaster Ramesh, you can share the link in the group. And so when I was planning about this meeting, I was at the time very excited. At the same time, I was concerned about what if the role takers are, uh, backing out, or what if the people are not joining in person. And I had a really great time. I would want to hear from each one of you on I mean, what your experience in taking up a role impromptu.
Um,
Yeah.
before joining this, I have attended many meetings in Flip Masters also. So
Okay.
whenever we will come prepared, then also lot of improvement will be there and lot of uh, small failures what we can see in the roles and all. But this is really very much surprised that it's a sudden responsibility given, but everyone did very well. So it was very good, Sheshadri.
You all thanks to you all. And anyone else would like to share your thoughts on how it went today?
Hi, Seshadri. Hi, everybody. I would just like to congratulate all of you on such a great outcome of all the roles. It's not easy to be a team or just like that. It takes people so much time to even volunteer. VPS have to chase members to fill up roles, and here we had Toastmaster Ravi just doing it as if he had been preparing since a week, and Toastmaster Shine as GE. Why I'm calling out these two specific role takers is because the handshakes are so many, but neither of them faltered in any of that. So that was really brilliant. When to call the tag people, how to give your own recommendations, how to call out the speech title, when to call the evaluator. Anybody can, falter here. The best of Toastmasters can. But today, I think it was such a beautiful session. It was as if it was a planned one, actually. So kudos to all of you.
Thank you for bringing in that up, Ritika. Yes, I missed to again spotlight Shine and Toastmaster Shine and Toastmaster Ravi. It felt like it was a prepared meeting after a point. And big thanks to you both. Importantly, the handshakes are something that is very important to have a very smooth session to vote. We have 8 responses. Anyone planning to vote? And in the meantime, welcome Toastmaster Arijit. Seeing you after a good time in between.
Thank you, Sheshadri. I
Special
should have
request,
joined a little earlier than the usual. I joined just 10 minutes ago, but it's always nice to see. I really miss the meetings of Speaker Squad. It's always inventive, innovative, and very invigorating sessions. I think next time probably I should take more time in advance and then attend it like the club is always punctual. So I have to be a little bit more punctual now. The next time I attend the meeting, but I have always loved the club. I really wish I can come back, but then again, I've taken another challenge. So let's see whether I can do justice to that.
All the best to you on that.
Thank you.
And okay, I'll share the results. We have 9 responses in total, and people have shared their favorites. The best auxiliary role taker goes to Grammarian Toastmaster Raman. Thank you very much. You have definitely been an impressionable person today. And we have the best speaker is Toastmaster Dushyant. And yeah, we are highlighting here because it is important. Even in an unprepared scenario, we have some prepared to make prepared sections to have it stabilized. And Toastmaster Dushyant has done a fabulous job. Thanks to Toastmaster Dushyant. And best evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Ritika, never cease to amaze me. Thank you very much for your wonderful evaluation. We have best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Sheshadri. Thanks to my dog for that. Thanks to all that has voted as well. And we have the best role taker goes to none other than the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ravi. Great, yeah. So this is the best table topics you could come up with. He has just come up with the theme and then started immediately without any delays. Big kudos to you, Toastmaster Ravi, for that. So with that, we conclude the meeting and get up for your words. Thank you, one and all. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you all. Have a
Thank
great
you all.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.